Who's the best movie reviewer through and through? That's Movie Mania on YouTube. That's who. Why don't you stay a while and have your life reviewed?
Hello, everybody. It's Matt, and it's Wild Wednesday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. Whatever you're doing, whenever it is, I hope you're having a fantastic time. Like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I do have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day, such as your brief synopsis, starring cast, director, runtime of the cut I am watching, and a link for a trailer for where you can watch both films that I am reviewing today for free on YouTube. It's a very short watch for both of them. The first one is going to be called, Cult of the Wolf. Came out back in 2019. It's a long 4 minutes, not really. It runs by pretty smooth. It stars Steve Montana, Molly Douglas, and Steve Rhodes. And this is directed by Thomas Shanner, or Shanner. I'm not 100% on how to pronounce your last name, Thomas. If I murdered it, I am very sorry. Now, what exactly is Cult of the Wolf about? Well, it's basically this. You start out the story with this man who's tied to a chair, all that jazz. In comes the wolf, and she is carrying a crowbar, and she's got a nifty little mask on her face to disguise herself a little bit. She goes through this whole thing about how she's killed multiple people, and she's given all of them drugs that they have asked for to help cope with the pain and get through what she's about to do to them, which is murder them. She has murdered multiple people. And then our main guy tied in the chair, he can't move his legs or anything. He is not only tied down, she has given him a drug that is completely paralyzing him. So it gets pretty wild on that end. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not going to give you the ending as usual. I want you guys to watch it to see it. Now on to the three things that I love my movies to meet. First and foremost is the audio. The audio isn't bad in this. It's much better than the second film I'm reviewing, Flat Earth Day. It's better than that in my opinion, even though Flat Earth Day came out years after the Cult of the Wolf. But anyways, back to Cult of the Wolf. The audio it's fine. It could have been better, but honestly, I'm not gonna really talk bad about it because I feel like the filmmaker set out to make a certain film. He got it done, and then he edited it together, chopped it all up, and gave it to us as a fancy meal, and it delivers on all aspects, in my opinion. But the audio, like I said, it's a little bumpy in places, so I'm going to give it a B on that side. Second thing is dialogue. Dialogue can really make or break a film, in my opinion. It can really drag a film on for too long, or scenes on for too long, or flat out the dialogue sucks. You do have that in a lot of films, in my opinion. The dialogue in this one's fine. It's nothing mind-boggling or anything that's huge twists and turns in the English dialogue. No, no, no. It's not things like that. It's very straightforward. Doesn't hide what it's trying to be. So I'm going to give it an A on that dialogue side. And now comes up the hardest thing in a film, which is editing. Editing is one of those things that either you got it or you're having a hard time with it. I have a hard time with it. I need a professional editor for myself. But anyways, it's done very well. Keeps a good steady momentum going upward. Nice pacing. Doesn't get dull at all in all of that. It works really really well. And I feel like you guys should check it out. Cult of the Wolf, 2019 by Thomas Shaner. Now, the editing, I'm going to give an A on that because the momentum on it. And then a 1 through 5 score, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. For 4 minutes, it delivers very well. Now on to the second feature of the day from Thomas Shaner, which is Flat Earth Day, which came out in 2022. So it's a few years younger than Cult of the Wolf. But this one definitely, I feel like, took a couple steps backwards in technicality ways, especially the audio. But we'll talk about that later. Now, like I said, it's 2022. This is 3 minutes long. It stars Andy Salem and Josh Bwin, and directed by Thomas Shaner. It's basically, you got two flat earthers who are trying to figure out what to do with the remaining bit of society, because a huge portion of it has died off, and they are coming up with these ideas. Like, one is, let's push them all to the edge of the earth and shove them off. And they talk about hollow earthers and them, how they're crazy and not even once questioning their own sanity when it comes to the thought of flat earth. Anyways, on to the three things that I love my movies to meet. First is audio. The audio is not good in this. I understand that they wanted some kind of found footage, lost type ordeal. I get that, but it was really hard to hear what they were saying in places. It jumbled up a little bit. It's not bad. I'm gonna give it a B on that end. I would say more like a B minus. So the audio is not the winner when it comes to the technicality part of this film. So now on to the second thing, which is dialogue. The dialogue is, when you can hear it, is much better than Cult of the Wolf. Although I do like Cult of the Wolf more as a film, but the dialogue's fine from, like I said, for what you can hear. It doesn't skip a beat when it comes to delivering some smart ass lines or something along those ways. Now I'm going to give that an A on the dialogue. And now the third and foremost thing, which is editing. I think this is edited together pretty well. It keeps good pacing. It slows down a little bit in a couple of places, but it quickly picks back up. It doesn't leave you hanging on a cliffhanger or anything like that. So it delivers very well. So I'm going to give it an A on editing. Alright guys, and now on its final score of 1 through 5, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. Granted, it pushed past that bad audio to get a great grade, in my opinion. I think a 4 is very, very solid for this film. So what do we got? A 7.5 out of 10. I don't do out of tens, but very, very good stuff. I hope all of you guys check both of them out. If not, that's quite alright. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll be back on Friday for yet another review.